Hello guys, my name is Mudahar and welcome to another episode of Haunted Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about Ben and Majora Mask's Creepypasta. This creepypasta has definitely gained a lot of attention ever since it was posted on 4chan, and videos of the incident were uploaded onto YouTube by the user and the original creator, Jadu Sable. Later on it was confirmed to be a hoax, and a very creepy one, nonetheless. Moving on to the creepypasta itself, I'll just summarize, what went on, and I'll give you some analysis of it afterwards. The creepypasta started out with who I presume is Jad Usable moving into his dorm at college during sophomore year, where a friend of his gave him a Nintendo 64. Soon after receiving the Nintendo 64, he had went out to purchase some N64 games, and eventually came to a garage sale with an odd old man who had sold Jad Usable a copy of Majora's Mask without any labels, except the word Majora written in black marker. The old man handed over the cartridge saying, "Goodbye, Ben." When Jadju Sable returned home, he immediately started his copy, and when the main menu screen came up, there was one save file called Ben. As Jadju Sable checked the save, he noticed that the person was really far in the game, and then created a new profile called Link, and was ready to play. As Jadju Sable played through the game, he noticed that it was okay, but the NPCs had referenced him as Link at times, or Ben, even though Ben wasn't his actual in-game name. This began to creep him out, but he rationalized that it was just some programming issue in the game, since it was bootleg after all. And so he deleted the save file of Ben and continued playing. But now the NPCs had called him nothing, not even Link or Ben, just some blank space in the game. Later that night, he began to play the game again, and he went to do the fourth day glitch. If you guys don't know what the fourth day glitch is, basically where the player talks to the astronomer and looks through a telescope as the clock basically is about to hit zero, and so it glitches the game and gives you sort of an extra day. Basically, Jadju Sable got this glitch to work on his first try, and upon exiting the telescope, he had been teleported to the Majora boss fight room, and was staring at Skull Kid hovering above him. He noticed that Skull Kid never appeared in this room, and was staring at his character no matter where he went in the area. He was about to reset the game when suddenly a text box appeared saying, "You're not sure why, but you apparently had a reservation." He assumed the game was communicating with him, but it was a pre-existing phrase used by Anju at the Stockpot Inn, and the game asked, "Go to the lair of the temple boss? Yes or no?" Finding out he couldn't press no, he then pressed yes, as it was his only option. The game then faded to white saying, "Dawn of a New Day," with a bizarre caption underneath. He was teleported to a corrupted version of Clocktown and noticed all the inhabitants were missing, with the Song of Healing playing backwards as it slowly got louder and louder, and more demonic. And he noticed he couldn't leave the town at all, no matter what exit he took. He just kept on being warped into a different town of Clocktown, different part of Clocktown. He tried using the ocarina, but it would do nothing to progress this nightmare. He then presumed that he could drown Link in the laundry pool and hoped to spawn somewhere else. When he tried going there, on the way, the game flashed to an image of the happy mask salesman smiling at him, not Link, just smiling directly at Jadju Sable, and Skull Kid's scream in the background. And then appeared in the game shortly after with Link's statue staring at him. Jadju Sable was terrified and began to run away from the statue, and noticed that the statue was teleporting behind him, almost as if it were haunting him. After the whole haunting of the statue, the screen cut to white again, stating "Dawn of a New Day," with the same bizarre caption under once again. The screen faded in, and Jadju Sable had noticed the moon was black, looming above him, with Skull Kid staring right at Link. Jadju Sable then equipped the bow and fired back at Skull Kid, but upon firing the shot, Link rose into the air on his back and burst into flames, killing him instantly. The game had spawned him in an exact location once again. No matter what Jadju Sable would do, use the bow or the ocarina, Link would still burst into flames and die, until a text box appeared saying, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" Followed with the game returning you to the title screen again. When starting up his save file again, he noticed that it wasn't there, and his file link was replaced with "Your Turn." And upon loading this file, it would just show Link while Skull Kid was laughing at him, Link. And the game once again returned you back to the main menu, with another save file under "Your Turn" called Ben. At this point, Jadusable turned the game off and decided that him and his friend would go to the old man the following day to ask about the game. So the following day, they reached there and they noticed a for sale sign at the old man's house. And knowing the old man wasn't there, he inquired from a neighbor, and the neighbor told him the old man was moving. When Jadusable asked the man about Ben, the man told him with a grim expression that there was an accident with a young boy named Ben. So he went back to his dorm to play the game, and again both save files were there, Your Turn and Ben. Jadusable then decided to load up Ben and was thrusted into complete chaos, and was spawned at the Stone Tower Temple with Link's body disfigured and his facial expression all bland as if he were dead. The game then cut to white stating dawn of a new day. Much later, he then decided to use the ocarina again and later play a song. And as he played the song, a loud shriek came from his TV and the sky began flashing. Moments later, he saw a small cutscene of Link transforming into a Zora at Great Temple Bay. Epona appeared next to the ocean, and the way she was standing near the water nodding her head, it appeared as if Epona was telling him to go somewhere into the ocean. As Jadusable swam into the ocean, his character drowned, which made no sense as he was a Zora. He then was booted back into the main menu, where he saw two save files, Ben and Drowned. And so he found out that Ben had unfortunately died by a drowning accident. So this is where the story ended, guys, leaving Jadusable depressed after playing this game, and Ben still haunting him, not just in the game, but, in real life as well. I mean, Cleverbot and whatnot. There's links in the description. You can see his final notes and whatnot. It's very interesting stuff. So, and shortly after the video, the final video was uploaded showing the gameplay footage. Another one was uploaded onto his YouTube account called free.wmv. And in his profile, it stated that now I am everywhere, leaving viewers to basically base their conclusions on what happened to him, what happened in this creepypasta, what finally happened to the guy. Well, that's that, guys. This is one of the longest creepypastas I've actually read, and to be honest, it's really good, and it did creep me out. It's definitely worth the read. As far as it being actually real, it's not, and was confirmed to be a hoax by Jadusable himself, when he came up with the idea in college while he was bored. However, one thing that really interests me is the game footage that was recorded for this. And at first, I thought it was just a fake ROM that he had developed himself, and I was like, whoa, that's a lot of work for that. But and then I thought maybe it exists on the internet, so I just started looking all over, and unfortunately, I couldn't find anything linking to the existence of a ROM. And then I tried to research how the hell this could actually have happened. Maybe he made a private ROM and made it himself. I found out that a lot of these phenomenons he experienced in the game can actually be replicated with cheat code devices such as Action Replay and Game Sharks, as well as also editing the video in such a way that it can make it look like you experienced some things, such as when he died and he went to the main menu. Obviously, could have just cut out the game over screen and just faded in a main menu. It's not that difficult. But all I gotta say is that it's really creative and genuinely creepy, and this guy, in my opinion, is a talented story writer. If he came up with this, by himself, good job, man. And this is one of the creepypastas that honestly I read, and a lot of work has went into it. I haven't seen really any other creepypastas where game footage has actually been recorded. Normally, usually it's all just text, and for that, great job, man. You really did good, and if you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Once again, links are in the description below. It's definitely worth the read. It deserves attention. So yeah. So that wraps up another episode of Haunted Gaming. If you like what you saw, then like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And by the way, if you haven't checked out our Let's Play of Ocarina of Time on this channel, then definitely check it out. Again, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.
All your faith, all your faith, all your faith, belong to us.